Fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goods, and we are here for episode number 51 of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. The witness, Gina Lestrade, will give new formal testimony, and my fucking stomach, bro, is actually killing me. I am in so much tummy pain, bro. It's not good. Miss Lestrade, you will tell the court everything you know about Inspector Gregson's secret notebook. Alright, so time for some new witness testimony. I want to try and get this shit done tonight, bro.
Yeah, this notebook does have a lot of stuff about what the Reaper got up to in these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates and places and stuff. And the last entry there was 31st October. It said grouse for the place on that date, and then the name of the mark. There was a note about him being a criminal what got away from the Reaper in court 10 years ago or something. But honest, the boss didn't do none of it. He was just investigating the Reaper, that's all.
I somehow don't believe that. Keep personal opinion out of your testimony, witness. We require only established fact here. Which I need to not leave that open because it's the I didn't read any of it, but it's like the end of the fucking like you'll see. This must be so hard for her. You can't deny it now, surely, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What can't I deny? The notebook contained the name of the final mark and the location where the assassination would take place. That's information the victim could only have known if he was working with the Reaper. So, who was to be this final mark? Go ahead, Inspector Lestrade. Read the name for the court. The name that's written alongside the entry that mentions the grouse on 31st October.
What? Oh, how do you read this then?
Reading's still not her strong suit.
That ain't the problem, alright, Otto? It's a funny name. It ain't English. It's hard to read.
So it's someone from overseas.
Let me have a bass at it. Saishiro, is it? Yeah, Saishiro. Jig-o-kyu, maybe?
What? It can't be. Seishiro Chikoku?
But that's Judge Jigoku.
Seishiro Chikoku! Certainly not an English name, you're right. But that can't be right. I know Judge Shikoku, and I saw him the other day before I saw him the day before yesterday here in London. So I know for a fact the man hasn't been assassinated. As I said, the Reaper failed. Oh. Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores. But the Reaper wouldn't tolerate the mistake, so he killed the inspector, personally. The Reaper, of course, being the accused, Beric Van Zeeks. It's an undeniably logical argument. Kazuma, you planned for the trial to go this way all along, didn't you? Oh shit, I know that font.
Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice whilst I stand accused of murder.
Lord Van Zeeks! The accused has no right to speak unless invited in court. You will return to the dock.
I say nothing of whether or not I'm the Reaper. That's the task of this court to decide. But there is one thing I can say unequivocally. That girl is no detective. That's right. Alright, I'm an inspector. Repeating rumor heard around the yard, reading entries from a notebook of unconfirmed origin. That's not testimony, it's practically a script. No doubt the rest of this trial will go exactly as you've clearly planned. Your hatred of me is understandable. In your mind, I'm sure I am the Reaper, who sent your father to the gallows all those years ago. But you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself. By attempting to have me condemned with this feeble excuse for testimony.
What did you say?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is our chance.
I read that wrong. Hold on. With this feeble excuse for testimony. My lord, the defense requests that the defendant be allowed to speak. He may be privy to important information relating to the testimony just given by the witness. Very well! I'll make an exception and grant the request. The defendant may remain in the witness stand for the cross-examination.
Then allow me to toast the court's impartiality.
Hold on. I just did a lucky trade for a fucking shiny Dano that I immediately evolved into Hydreigon. Don't raise your glass in my direction, sir. Counsel for the defense. Begin the cross-examination immediately. At once, my lord. Okay, so I need to read this. Okay, so it does seem like once again they will press fucking everything. In other words, it shows that Gregson was basically acting as the Reaper.
Not you and all. That ain't the only explanation, is it? He could have been investigating the Reaper in secret, and the notebook said what he found out. If I may. When originally people began referring to me as the Reaper, I didn't object. I believe the power to intimidate London's criminal classes into compliance with the law to be beneficial. But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you? Yes, and those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper. One arm? What are you on about? The Reaper's victims were all extremely shrewd criminals at the top of their game. There's simply no way one person could have taken them on alone. The Reaper is an organization. With you at its head? I had spies at the yard keeping me abreast of Gregson's movements, letting me know when he was elsewhere. So I'd been able to check the most recent entry in his book. I knew the location. You knew it said grouse? Believing it to be a reference to the Gentleman's Club, I went there in the day in question to investigate. Alone. So that explains why several members of the club claim to have seen me there. But of course, the inspector was not there. Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France, which gives him an alibi, which means it's not him. As shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. Very well then, back to your testimony about the contents of this notebook. Fine. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruto? You seemed a little shocked by something a moment ago. Oh, no, it's alright. I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I legitimately have no idea. Hold it! I don't even fucking know. I just know I have to press everything. Names of victims, dates, places, and stuff? What in particular? Well, besides the victims' names, his other name kept cropping up. What other name was that? It's the one I told you yesterday. The same name written over and over again. You mean Asa Shin? Yeah, that's the one. She's a friend of yours or someone, isn't she? Were you even listening yesterday? Asa Shin. The assassin. Oh! Asa Shin. Oh! That's funny. That's actually really funny. What? Like a killer, you mean? Gregson was the tactician, the one who came up with his plan of attack. He investigated the marks thoroughly, finding out when they would be vulnerable and who to use to get at them. But the person actually executing his plans was someone else, you're saying? Jesus, I'm already getting tired. It's barely 8 o'clock. If that's true, then the Reaper does indeed start to sound like an organized group of vigilantes. Then perhaps what it said on the passport document, permission for the applicant and one additional person to travel. Could that additional person have been clearly the assassin, who was meant to take Seishiro Jigoku's life? Gina, can you confirm that? Against the final entry that listed Grouse and Seishiro Jigoku? What name was written? Oh, well, that's the only entry that didn't have a name next to it as it happens. What? It just had a question mark or something there, I think. In other words, Gregson himself didn't know the identity of the assassin in that case. But Gregson was the one making the plans, was he not? Oh, how infuriating. A nameless assassin? Yeah, because Giselle Brett's fucking dead. Hold it! So that doesn't really add up then. And you're saying the mark listed was Seishiro Jigoku? That's what it said! Funny name if you ask me. And I thought your name was on.
So pleased to have lost my crown there. Mr. Jigoku is the presiding judge of Japan's Supreme Court of Judicature. I remember the man! He came to our country as a visiting student 16 years ago. Oh, and he's conveniently not been around.
Studying international law and diplomacy under your tutelage, Lord Strongheart.
That bearded young fellow was a very able man, I must say. So Lord Strongheart was Judge Jigoku's mentor. Which I guess makes sense. If I'm not mistaken, he returned to Japan 10 years ago now.
10 years ago, after that fateful case.
Precisely! In the aftermath of the professor case, his repatriation was organized immediately. It's a mystery why such a man would be listed in the inspector's notebook.
I didn't think it was possible, but the mutiny has got even worse now. Maybe I'll just keep talking.
Alright, so... Hold it! Just that. What do you mean, a criminal? Judge Jigoku is no criminal.
Well, don't ask me, I don't know nothing about it. Oh, do you remember what Father told us? That Judge Jigoku did once appear in court here in Britain. It was related to the professor case, I'm sure.
Yes, of course, you're right. Seishiro was trying to mitigate Genshin's guilt, so he took to the stand to testify. But he got a little carried away and, actually managed to break the witness stand. He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire, for which he was charged.
It was a pitiful situation, yes. I'd forgotten all about it, but I prosecuted that trial too, as it happens.
You did?
It was considered to be an adjunct to the professor proceedings, you see. But he was acquitted after being told to make reparation for the damage caused to the stand.
And there you have it.
Have what?
Surely the accused hasn't forgotten his own rule? That there's no saving anyone who faces the Reaper in court, guilty or innocent alike? Whoa! No! Are you suggesting the reason Judge Jigoku was targeted for assassination? The man was sent back to Japan immediately after that trial. The Reaper had no time to do his work. But then, 10 years later, the mark returns to Britain once more. Perhaps now you start to see just how vindictive the Reaper is. Come on, that's absurd! To take someone's life for that? Isn't the whole premise of the Reaper absurd, killing those who have been found innocent? Clearly the rules by which the man operates are beyond a sane person's comprehension. But...
Objection! Right, I've just about had enough of this!
Gina.
All this nonsense about the boss planning to kill people. It's godless! Come on, Otto!
Yes?
Why ain't you saying nothing? Why? Why ain't you yelling that objection or something?
What?
You've got to find the flaw. You do usually. Someone's lying in that question. You've got to work out who it is. Please, for the boss.
That outburst was an insult to the court and to your own testimony! I might have known that a common pickpocket from the back slums couldn't make a detective. Oh, Gina! When this trial is over, you will forfeit your warrant card, Miss Lestrade. Is that clear?
I've had it with the liar! It lies every bloody place you look in this world, innit? And I've had enough! Gina.
So have I. After that little speech of Gina's, I've made up my mind.
To do what, Mr. Naruhodo?
There was one point in this cross-examination when something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd.
Oh, do you mean...
I'm not going to let Gina's plea for help fall on deaf ears. Okay, so we need to press the last statement. Hold it! I want to thank you, Gina. You helped me find my resolve. What do you mean? Among everything we've heard during this cross-examination, there's one thing that defies explanation. One inconsistency. What? An inconsistency?
Really, Otto?
I don't quite know what it means yet, but... yes, there's an inconsistency in something that was said by... you! Kazuma Asogi! Stupid head! By you! Kazuma Asogi! Me? Is this some attempt at filibustering, Counsel? Prosecutor Asogi has given no testimony. What are you suggesting I said that was inconsistent? You let something slip that you shouldn't have. When I present the relevant piece of evidence, I imagine you'll realize what you've done. Very well then, Counsel, go ahead! Okay, I spoiled something for myself. Oh my god, hold on.
Take that!
So you present the trunk. This is a trunk that belonged to Inspector Gregson. A metal construction, is it? It's certainly very heavy. Oh, what's this? A bloodstain? And a relatively fresh one, too.
What? You mean that ain't Grace from the boss's fish and chips? Fresh blood on the inspector's trunk. That suggests when the victim was traveling with the luggage when he was killed.
That can't be! There was no mention of any trunk in Scotland Yard's report! Yes, there's a reason for that. Immediately after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the street peddlers made off with the trunk, hoping to sell it.
But I found it! Me! With me nose for trouble!
Which means that nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed. And yet, during the cross-examination of the witness just now, you said this, Kazuma! Because at the time, he was making his way to the steamship docked on the northern coast of France, as shown by the passport found in the victim's metal trunk. So the question is... oh, motherfucker. How did you know about the inspector's trunk? We know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he have put his passports? Yeah, objection. No. But you knew it was a metal trunk. Answer me honestly, Kazuma! On 31st October, where exactly were you? At the port of Dunkirk, on board the SS Grouse. Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryunosuke? Kazuma! What did you... I spoiled something crazy for myself, but it's okay. I hadn't considered the possibility before, but... if Kazuma was there on the ship, then it can only have been for one purpose. So hold on. Okay, that's fine.
Oh no, Mr. Naruhodo. Surely you don't think...
Come on, Ryunosuke, you know the rules. The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence. As I understand it, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him when he traveled. So as it stands, you've proved nothing. Kazuma, are you challenging me to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt? That you were there that day in the same place as the inspector.
He was there with Gregson!
There's a clue that you've overlooked! A secret that trunk can tell us! I can't be sure at this point, I'll need to verify it. But I have a nasty feeling that I'm going to be right. The accusation here being made is deeply disturbing. But nevertheless, we must test it! The defense will identify for the court where in the trunk this alleged clue is to be found. And it is this right.
Got it!
This is your proof? What do you say to that, Prosecutor Asogi? Personally, I think tying... wait, what? Are you shitting me? Are you... hold the fuck on. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. You're actually pissing me off now. We're only gonna do this one here, just to be safe. Motherfucker! The right side of the trunk or the metal shard. It's this right fucking here.
Got it!
That's what I fucking did. I'm actually sorry. Hold on. Let me, like, get it to work. Hold on. I had to open the trunk first. It's hilarious. There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here, like the tip of a blade.
A blade?
Kazuma, slung around your waist as ever today, is the esteemed blade Karuma. Of course it is. Won't you draw it here in this courtroom for all to see?
Exercise caution, my learned friend. That man is the son of London's most notorious killer.
Bailiff! Watch Prosecutor Asogi like a hawk! That won't be necessary.
Oh no!
The tip is broken. If the fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of the sword, the question of who is there with Inspector Gregson will be answered. Agreed, Kazuma Asogi? Expertly done, Rinosuke. That's a point to you and well deserved. Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Asogi? Yes, on 31st October I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission. So the additional person authorized to travel was me. And the mission was the assassination of the Mark. What? You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted from this notebook? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Shigoku? Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one. Explain! I accepted the assassination mission, yes, and I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk, but I never had any intention of carrying out the plan. You were never going to do it?
You can believe Kazuma-sama, I'm sure. After all, Judge Shigoku arrived safely in London the following day.
On the 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson. We traveled to Dover, from where we crossed the channel to Dunkirk. We boarded the SS Grouse and made for the cabin deck as indicated in the plan.
You went to Judge Shigoku's cabin?
Exactly. He wasn't there, though. We decided to wait, but you've already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyway. I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life, so I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night in a boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning. A boarding house in Dunkirk? My signature will be in the register book. It would be simple enough to verify. Then what became of Shigoku? Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He met with the Reaper in that room on Fresno Street to report the failure, causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger and end his wretched agent's life. I mean, it's plausible, I guess. That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder.
But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword come to be lodged in the inspector's trunk?
I don't need to answer that. The victim was killed by a gunshot. A small fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case, and accordingly, I choose to exercise my right to silence on that matter. Be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as evidence. As you wish, my lord. The great sword Karuma. Damn. We must take immediate action now to verify whether Seishiro Jugoku remains unharmed. What? Remains unharmed? I agree. That should be our first priority. It's recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday. Yeah, he's fucking dead. How did you... When a foreign dignitary invited to Great Britain goes missing for 24 hours, it's only natural that the question of his safety should arise. You don't mean to say that Do you think Judge Jigoku may have been killed? The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal, and he has the power and influence to give orders from inside of a prison cell. Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks?
If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you.
Try to get him with that one. Like, yeah, he's like, oh yeah, that's easy.
Order! Order in the court! Order! We will take an emergency recess for 30 minutes.
Now?
Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. If the man can't be located within half an hour, we'll have to assume the worst.
Oh no, not Judge Jigoku!
No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man who'd only just arrived in the country. Except, that is, for the Reaper, wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago.
I would have to agree. Mr. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake.
My lord?
I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're unable to confirm Mr. Jigoku's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes, you will face grave difficulties. Court is adjourned for 30 minutes!
Shit. So, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Kazuma-sama, the Reaper's assassin. I feel as though I'm in a nightmare.
I can hardly believe it either. But on the other hand, Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories.
I have such a terrible sense of foreboding. If something awful has happened to Judge Jigoku, then I feel as though things will only spiral further and further out of control.
I felt it from the moment I stepped into the courthouse this morning. That strange sensation that we were careering towards a foregone conclusion. Well, in the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options.
Actually, there may be one last hand we can play. Or rather, one last ear.
Of course! This little Mr. Sholmes doll that Iris gave us.
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can.
Perhaps now is the time. What should I do? Pull! Here goes then. I'm doing it.
Good luck, Mr. Naruhodo.
No looking back. Heave! Ow! That scream!
That scream sounded like Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Sholmes, where are you?
Here, my dear fellow, here!
It's the felt doll talking.
Pull the ears again, Mr. Naruhodo, as hard as you can!
Alright then, I'll put all my strength into it. Heave!
Ow! Please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off.
Mr. Sholmes, where are you?
Myself and my trusty partner are presently in the first-class cabin of the SS Grouse.
The SS Grouse?
She left over last night after the final pieces of cargo were loaded. We are currently docked at Dunkirk, but due to be underway again in half an hour.
You've taken a ship to France?
Please, even with my athletic prowess, I would struggle to jump the Straits of Dover. After we left Baker Street last night, we hurried by cab to the station and by train to the port, in order to board this vessel in time.
So you mean you'd already worked it out? The steamship was where everything really took place?
Mr. Naruhodo, pray, what is my name?
Sherlock Sholmes, world-famous great detective!
Recited to perfection. Well done.
You're a genius, Mr. Sholmes. That's the only word for it.
Ow, 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 ow! Mr. Soto, gently with his genius's ears, please.
Oh my, I'm ever so sorry.
If I may, Sholmes.
Ah, there you are, Miko Tower.
You may remember that it was in fact I who made the connection to the SS Grouse. At Scotland Yard yesterday when we examined that notebook and I recalled my steamship tickets.
But of course it was, my dear fellow. And not once did I controvert that fact. I merely had our cult-bound companions utter my name.
Yes, you did, didn't you? We've just entered a recess. The trial resumes in 30 minutes from now.
And if we're unable to present any new leads, then I'm afraid to say...
Do not fret, please. It's for precisely that purpose that my partner and I have made this journey. I have no doubt we shall have welcome news for you within the half hour.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. That would be wonderful.
Until later then.
Yes, you'll be hearing from us if you're not in touch first.
Ow, 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 ow! I shan't be hearing anything if you keep tugging my ear in that mindless fashion.
Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operated in that way in the first place, Sholmes?
Why the deuce should I know? It's Iris's invention, not mine.
Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, I'm gonna end the episode here. Oh, hold on. Whilst I know how much you enjoy being the hero of the hour, Sholmes, we have but half an hour now that the grouse puts to sea again. We get to play as them for this one. For this, like, investigation. As we spend the half hour investigating. And I will try and do that in the half hour next time. We'll see how long it takes. For now, I'm gonna get the fuck up out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.